Okay, let's see lazy loading in React. Without lazy loading, if we do a normal import, in this version, a heavy dashboard component is imported immediately when the app loads. So if you see here, based on this boolean flag, we are displaying a component here. And even if this is false, because we have done the import here, it will still go ahead and download this component. If you go to the developer tools and go in the network tab, you will see this component is getting downloaded even if this flag is false. So what happens here? The heavy dashboard.js is downloaded as soon as the app.js loads. So even if show dashboard is false, the file is still getting loaded. So this slows down the initial load time and it is bad for heavy components. So to deal with it, we have this lazy loading where we use a combination of React lazy plus suspense. So in this version, if you see the way we were importing here, right? So that is not done here. Instead of that, we need to do react.lazy and we need to import in this way. And you need to also have the suspense. The use of suspense here is so that the fallback when the heavy component is getting loaded, so it has to have a fallback to show something that it is loading a dashboard, some p tag we have given here. Okay, so we have to wrap that inside the suspense block where we need to have a fallback message, and inside that the same, if this flag is true, even if it is so only when it is true, then you are going to download this component. Okay, if it is false, the component will not be downloaded. So if show dashboard is false, the heavy dashboard.js is not downloaded, but if it is true, then it gets downloaded at that moment. So it helps in the faster initial load, a smaller bundle size, better performance on low power devices. Without lazy loading, the import happens at the build time. Browser downloads the file immediately. With lazy loading, it happens at runtime and browser downloads the file only when it is needed. Okay, so let's go ahead with one more example here where the lazy loading happens with normal routing without lazy loading. If you see here, all the imports that has been done, it downloads the pages immediately. Where we have these routes, under that we have this route where everything gets downloaded immediately. So all the three pages are downloaded at the startup, even if the user only visits slash, right, where it was supposed to have only home component, but still it goes and downloads the heavy reports and reports, sorry, heavy dashboard and reports component. So it is bad for heavy pages. With lazy loading, if you see here, simple, all the three has been done using this react.lazy, and we have the suspense block and the fallback, and everything remains same. So only the home page will download the load at the startup, and then when you visit this slash dashboard or slash report, that time those respective components will be downloaded. So faster setup, smaller bundle, better performance on low power devices. So when to use route based lazy loading? When your app has multiple pages, some pages are very heavy, you want faster initial load, you want to reduce the bundle size, you want smoother performance. This is the most common lazy loading pattern in enterprise React apps. I'll show you what is suspense. So when you lazy load a component like this, right, React does not have the component immediately. So it needs to download that file. During that time, React needs to show something instead of crashing. That something is provided by suspense. So suspense is equal to temporary UI while the component loads. So suspense, the fallback, we have the message, then the heavy dashboard component. What suspense does? Watches the lazy component. If the component is not yet downloaded, it shows the fallback. When the component finishes loading, it swaps the fallback with the real component. Thank you.